second half of doing this, you simply have to create a new layer, and then you are going to make sure that your color mode is changed to, let's go with RGB color. We're not going to flatten it. And then I'm going to go ahead and name this color, and I'll show you the basics. So you choose your color. You want to go lighter than you would think. So if you want a blue that's kind of in this zone, you have to start in here. So if I go here and then I decide to color over her shirt, well, first off, you got to make sure it's at 100%. Make sure this is in normal. But if I paint on this, you can see that the details go away. But if you change this to normal, well, from normal to multiply, you can see the changes. Now, use your shortcuts as needed, zoom, brush, and so on. You don't want to go too soft with your brush. We're going to go about halfway so that we have a little bit of blending, but not too much. And that still might be too, yep, that needs to stick. Okay, there we go. So that as you paint over, it will look more natural. Now the nice thing is, I'm going to deliberately go over the edge so that you can see this. So you can see that the blue went over the edge, but if we have a background color, and let's say that we make the background kind of a orange color, when we paint this, it will paint directly over it. Now again, I'm going to reduce the fuzziness because I need a hard edge brush. So you can see here, and then that way, when you go over the paint, as you can see, it will eliminate it. Now, you can see if you go over that, and so on and so forth. Now, skin tone is always a little bit weirder than what you expect, because you're going to want to go to, let's say, here, and if you put that on her face, it's probably going to be too dark. You kind of have to decide. Do test patches. In this case, it's not too bad. So let's say that this is her medium tone. Then what you want to do is you want a lighter version for highlighting. So I hit OK, and then this is where opacity and flow comes in. You're going to change this down to maybe 20-ish%, and then you do want a soft edge brush. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to reduce this down to 0. And that way, when I paint in, you're going to let go and like lift up a couple times. What it will do is it will create like a highlighting effect. And you do the same thing with a slightly darker tone, and you will get a shadow. Now if you do this too much, it looks unnatural. If you don't do it enough, you can't see it. Now when you get to the teeth, remember, people's teeth are not white, it's just close. So when you come in here to do their teeth, keep your color reasonable. You're going to want to switch back to that hard edge brush, or nearly, and then when you paint over, it won't look crazy. Now if it's too white, you can always go back and adjust. That's the nice thing, because you can just paint over your mistakes and it is not a problem.